Chris, put your clothes back on, you weirdo.
Oh, sorry. I'll
Chris isn't naked. He doesn't like being naked in public anymore.
never nude. No, I'm nude all
You're
the time,
never nude. You got jean shorts under your pants. Yeah. I haven't thought of never nude in such a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Arrested Development was good, man.
What?
Arrested Development was good.
Yeah. Your camera's a different way now.
Is it better or worse?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you can see stuff on your wall. You can see that you're actually in a building.
Oh yeah,
and not in some creepy place that you hid. You're hiding in the basement.
So, do you see the red poster behind me? That's the one that you went to the concert with me with. We got John K's signature on it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. You see this poster right here behind me? Which one? Mm-hmm. That one? Yeah, you saw that movie. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. The poster that you got me.
I meant to show you. I meant to show you. Look at the top. Look at that. The top thing on there. That's our.
Oh, is that your record bar? Your record store?
No, above that.
I can't. Your microphone thing's in the way.
No, like see the things on the wall.
Yes. Oh yeah, movies don't suck, and then the record store day.
We got we got that for me for Christmas.
Aww.
She knows I love both those things.
Did you guys have a good time at Christmas?
We did.
Did you wear that sexy lingerie I bought you?
I did. It went over really well.
So you know what's all right. So I think we're about ready to get into this. Here, okay. 1 second. Let me make sure my beer is completely full. After this, I'm going to go do some karaoke, I guess. I just got a message from my wife. She's like, you want to go to karaoke afterwards?
Are you going to do Power Man 5000? Did they do Power Man 5000?
Damn straight! Yes, I haven't done it in so long. It's only 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So
we might be talking to him soon, so you get yourself
oh my God, reacquainted. I know. Oh, my nipples are hard just thinking about talking to Spider from Power Man 5000. Oh, one of my favorite bands. No, wait. That's not where we start this one. Okay. That's not where we start this one. That's not the tagline for this one. All right. Let's see. I did come up with someone earlier. Oh, my God. Chris, do you realize we're two nerds that are talking about two games that we have played since we're probably, 30 years ago?
That sounds right.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we got two movies about one of me and Chris's favorite subjects in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Games. Because we're gamers. Me and Chris actually met at a D&D game.
We did.
This is going to be really awesome for us. So first, guys, we're going to talk about the Apple Plus movie Tetris, starring Elton John himself, Taron Egerton.
My name is Elton Hercules John. And I'm an alcoholic. And a cocaine addict. And a sex addict. And a bulimic. Also a shopaholic who has problems with weed, prescription drugs, and anger management.
Why are you here now?
Well, my dealer was out of town. I thought this seemed like a good alternative.
I will say Rocket Man, way better biopic than Bohemian Rhapsody. Like Head and Shoulders.
Way better biopic than Sid and Nancy. Way biopic than The Doors.
It's one of the best ones. It's one of the best ones. It really is.
It really is. I think because I think you got to mix the music with to be the biopic.
You have to.
I mean, the new era of biopic music wise. Yeah. I mean, if you put them all in a pile, I don't think there's many that could beat Rocket Man.
Rocket Man's one of the best ones. Like I wish that. Yeah, it was just so good. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna need your help. I totally forgot which ones I sent you.
Miles Barrow played.
Yes, Miles Barrow is in this as well.
Hey, you're the girl who took over life support.
Yes, but I can't do anything about the water or
No, they gave me your old job, waste management, so thanks for that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to saddle you with it.
No, hey, I mean it, thanks. I needed a job. Used to work the crypod bay, so that job's kind of gone. And look, I want to contribute somehow, you know? Even if it means dealing with people's shit.
You know you're supposed to take the fecal matter to Angus, right? He uses it as fertilizer. You're also responsible for the gray water and the urine.
Yes, of course. I don't want to forget the urine.
Yeah.
That's from the Ark. You ever seen Ark?
I've never seen the Ark. Where's it
I
on?
saw the first episode or two, but then I lost it in the plethora of things that you had to watch at that time, you know?
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Also, I got a clip for, okay, and to be real honest with you guys, half the people in this show, in this movie, Tetris, all speak Russian and are Russian and Soviet actors. So therefore, I could not find clips for 90% of these people.
Like Nikita Efremov, but you get
and believe me, I looked. I tried so hard.
But you did get Oleg Stefan though.
Oleg Stefan, I found him in Heartbreakers.
All right. Who will favor us with next song? We have a fellow countrywoman here.
No, I am so... I am so not musical. Please,
How about Karobotchka? I know there isn't a Russian alive who doesn't know Karobotchka.
Yeah, that was good pull, man. Good pull.
Yeah, and then anyway, so then there is a one called and then the one person I did get who is one of my favorites. Did I pull from Captain America this time? I feel like
you pulled from a different movie. You pulled from like TV show with Jeff Daniels, I think.
Oh my gosh, yes. So I pulled from a different movie because it's so hard for me not to think of him as Dr. Zoloff now and in Captain America.
See,
so
I see him different.
It's very hard not to do that.
I see him as Dobby.
Oh, Dobby! I forgot his Dobby. But here he is, the one, the only Toby Jones.
It's illogical to suppose there's only one killer. The Clutters were tied up. To tie them up, he'd have to put his gun down. Once he put the gun down, the Clutters would run for the hills.
I don't believe I know who you are. Or what?
I'm from out of town.
What's your paper?
Ladies' Home Journal?
Oh, I'm not a reporter. I'm a writer.
May I see your press card?
Good heavens, I don't carry any such thing. But I do have a passport back at my hotel room. Would you like to come back and look at my little picture?
Good pull. Good one, dude.
I'm trying to figure what I pulled that from.
Yeah,
I know it's him. Infamous.
Yeah.
Infamous. Yes, and oh man, I love freaking Toby Jones.
Toby Keith.
Not Toby Keith. Not Toby Keith. No. Sorry, Toby Keith. I mean, I love this bar and all that stuff, but it's not the bar I'm going to. But anyway, so that is Tetris. The cast of Tetris, I should say. And then after that, we are going to go to. Sorry about that. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Edit what you want. All right. All right. So Tetris, of course, being one of the top-selling video games of all time, period. Tetris. We got to go to the top-selling tabletop game of all time?
I mean the one that started it all, really.
The one that started it all, at least. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves, starring the one, the only. You might know him as Captain Kirk, but there's 10 other million ways everybody knows him because he's one of the Chris's.
Yeah.
It's Chris Pine.
I'll forgive you, Darwin. Shoot, I appreciate that, man. If I needed your car, me and my brothers were wanted by the law, I would have killed you to get it too. You would have? Oh, hell yeah. We's just at the wrong place at the wrong time. So don't feel so bad, Chief. All right, then. You know, up here in heaven, it's beautiful. Really? I'll see you up here someday. You think so? I know so.
Dude, so that's a very young Chris Pine from Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces.
Which is doesn't
yeah.
get its due, man. It's a unsung like classic to me.
Yeah, to me, I think it's like one of those cult movies that need to find another cult that needs to find the movement.
Yeah.
Smoking Aces, I think it was a really good movie to me. All right. Also in this movie, you know him, you love him. Every single person loved him so much that the show he was on pretty much got canceled after he was no longer on it. Ray J. Gene Paul.
There was attraction, certainly, at least on my part. But Miss Bridgerton thought me presumptuous, arrogant, insincere, all fair, really. And I thought her a prim young lady barely out of leading strings. Not to mention the sister of my best friend, and so romance was entirely out of the question for both of us. But in so removing it, we found something far greater. We found friendship. You see, Miss Bridgerton and I have been fooling all of Mayfair for quite some time. We have fooled them into thinking we are courting. And really, all along, we simply enjoyed each other's company so much we could not stay away from one another. To meet a beautiful woman is one thing, but to meet your best friend and the most beautiful of women is something entirely apart. And it is with my sincerest apologies, I must say it took the prince coming along for me to realize I did not want Miss Bridgerton to only be my friend, I wanted her to be my wife.
So that's Reggie John Page from Bridgerton, right? So
right, Bridgerton is I mean, like
have
season 1 was amazing. But
I haven't
like,
watched it. Everyone talks about it.
Yeah, I watched season 1 of Bridgerton.
You didn't? I hadn't seen it yet. Everyone talks about it though.
Yeah, season 1 of Bridgerton, great. I don't know if they made another season or not. And to be honest, I didn't care because I knew he wasn't in it, and he was the whole reason. Like he was like the scene was his.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the one, the only, we know him so well as the man everybody wanted, the Englishman that everybody wanted to be in love with. Everybody from Bridget Jones's Diary to Four Weddings and a
you're forgetting Notting Hill. Come on,
Notting Hill. Failure to launch. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Matthew McConaughey. But anyway, the heartthrob one of the heartthrobs of the 90s and early 2000s, the one, the only, Hugh Grant.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to drag you from your delicious desserts. There are just one or two little things I feel I should say as best man. This is only the second time I've ever been a best man. I hope I did the job all right that time. The couple in question are at least still talking to me. Unfortunately, they're not actually talking to each other. The divorce came through a couple of months ago. But I'm sure it had absolutely nothing to do with me. Apparently, Paula knew that Piers had slept with her younger sister before I mentioned it in the speech. The fact that he slept with her mother came as a surprise, but I think was incidental to the nightmare of recrimination and violence that became their 2-day marriage.
Yeah.
That is Dungeons Dragons.
No, you forgot one person.
Did I get somebody else?
Michelle Rodriguez, dude.
Oh, I did do Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez, everyone.
If you die, I die. And I'm not ready to leave this place yet. This moment is still ours. I remember everything. I remember it all.
It's about time.
Was it F9 or F8? One of the F ones. Which one is this?
Dude, I'm just going to say, I'm so glad it's Fast and the Furious is coming to an end.
Me too. We're going to have to see the last one. I see FX, you know.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see it. We're going to see it all 10 of them in a row.
I remember when we had to do the newest one, I had to go watch all of them up to that point. I was like, fuck, 7 movies.
A whole lot of car racing. But Michelle Rodriguez, one of the greatest actress that's done it her way the whole time while being in Hollywood. You got to give her mad props for that.
Yeah, she plays a character that everyone needs, you know? She's badass. She's barbarian, man. Let's do it.
She's in every freaking movie that she plays. Her part is perfect. All right. So that's Dungeons and Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. And there's a bunch more actors in that movie. We'll talk about that later in the podcast. But now, Chris, tell everybody where they can get us.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter, MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, MTS Pod. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. You guys go to w2mnet.com, W2 as in Mary net.com. We are part of their network. They distribute our podcast to other people. So check them out. They got all kinds of cool shit on there. You guys can go to bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck and something. You'll find shirts like the one Neil is wearing right now and other stuff he's made. And if you guys want to send us an old-fashioned email, if you guys are Luddites like that, send us an email at moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com or info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. And where you find podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
For small businesses, no matter who you are, where you're at, let us know. We'll be more than happy to inform you. We'll be happy to promote you. In fact, a small business that kind of became a bigger business, we're going to promote right now. Because, Chris, it's that time of year, the time of year that we all rejoice. We pray to the gods above and say, this is why we started a movie podcast. That's right, folks. It is now time for the annual Kansas City Panic Fest. Yes, Panic Fest.
Time of year. My favorite time of year.
Your favorite time of year. Panic Fest this year will take place in person April 13th to the 19th, online virtually April 14th to the 23rd. Now, let me read a little bit to you about what Panic Fest is. Panic Fest was founded in 2013 by Screenland Theater and Downright Creepy. The fest enters its 10th year. You're going to the 10th anniversary, bro. You're going to the 10th anniversary this year.
I love Panic Fest. You knew that, though.
As one of the top genre festivals in the world. Year, they again provide a virtual option to attendees all over the United States via the Eventive platform, in addition to their personal festival, which features enhanced safety protocols. The festival is held at the historic Screenland Theater, which is in North Kansas City, just like literally half a mile from downtown.
The best theater in Kansas City.
And one of the best theaters ever, period.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Give a damn, period. I'll throw that one out there. The theater has a rich 100+ year history and features 4 theaters that range from 250 seaters all the way to 45 seats for smaller modern theaters. Now, this year, the festival continues to show and growth, and they have been lucky enough to receive a recognition for their festival from online and traditional publications. Last year they were considered the world's best genre fest movie maker by Movie Maker magazine. They're in the top 5 genre fests in the world. They were Film Freeway's top 50 best genre festivals and Dread Central best horror fest in the world of 2021. These guys are no joke, guys. And if you're listening to our podcast, go over right now to our YouTube and just take a look. I'm going to pop up scenes. Here's a picture from Panic Fest of 2022 at the Screenland Armor Movie Theater. The theater's packed.
Oh, there's go back. I want to show you where I'm in that photo. If you look to the top one.
Oh, I can see you. I didn't even realize you were in that photo. I totally see you in that photo. That's awesome. I just downloaded it. I wasn't looking for you. All right. Also, Armor, Screenland Armor, the theater there. There's a picture of Spider, who supposedly we're going to be interviewing coming up for his new movie, Bury the Bride.
Yeah, Bury the Bride
Bride
and Chrissy Fox.
And then on top of that, I mean, the theater, if you can, some of the theater
gorgeous,
pictures
so
when
good.
it's empty, it is just one of the beautiful little bars, theaters, and also they do have a virtual experience, what I'm showing a couple pictures of right now, where you can go watch movies, and it's like you have a little avatar and you walk around. You can play games in there. You can look at trailers.
It's
It's really cool just to walk around and play in. So I'm telling you right now, Panic Fest 2023, you can get all the information you want. Like if you can get, viewings at home, if you can't make it to Kansas City to get it, but if you can get tickets and you're in Kansas City, you can do it. You can get that information at panicfilmfest.com. That's panicfilmfest.com. Or you can go to Panic Fest, facebook.com/Panic Film Fest. And I am telling you guys, last year we had a blast reviewing some of these movies. And I can't wait to see what we get thrown at, because two of the movies that are popping my head right off the top is Algoria from a Spider. And then When the Screaming Starts. There's another movie, and I can't think of it now, too, that's like, it's there in my head.
I know it's Crabs we did. Outwaters creeped you out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
Was
the
Crabs.
Was the one in the strip club?
Oh, dude, that's Reviewer.
Oh, that was not. That was just the regular.
Yeah, but I talked to the cast from Reviewer in that last year.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Yeah. So you talked to the cast, but I didn't get to see it till later. But yeah, Revealer was a good one too.
Yeah.
So, guys, literally, I'm seriously, if you're a movie fan and you're listening to us and we're movie fans, Panic Fest, be a part of it. Get ready for it.
Yeah, we'll do extra content this month with Panic Fest.
We're literally gonna have so much extra content. We're gonna smack it in your fucking face so hard.
Get ready.
You're gonna see it everywhere. You're gonna see us doing stuff. Our wives are already like, "Fuck you."
Oh yeah, Leah's tired of it.
Leah's tired. And you haven't even seen a movie yet. You haven't seen one fucking movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Let's talking about movies. Let's talk movies.
Okay, let's talk the Tetris. Tetris, directed by John S. Baird. John S. Baird has directed such things as Stan and Ollie, Filth. You remember Filth from that movie with God, what's his face? I'm sorry, Filth with James McAvoy. He plays that dirty cop.
James McAvoy. Yes,
that movie makes you feel fucking dirty. This one doesn't. This stars the amazing Taron Egerton.
My name is Elton Hercules John.
Also, this stars Miles Barrow. I'm sorry, Taron plays Hank Rogers. This stars Miles Barrow as Dennis Jackson.
Hey, you're the girl who took over life support.
Also, Oleg Stefan as Nikolai Belkov.
All right.
Also, and Toby Jones as Robert Stein.
It's illogical to suppose there's only one killer.
This also stars Nikita Efremov as Alexei Pajinov, Mayor Huff as Tracy. Rick Yoon plays a part as bank manager, but they never say what bank manager he is. They just say bank manager. They got Ayane Nagabuchi as Kimmy Rogers. They got there are tons of people in this, but I can't see a lot of their names. So why don't we just move on to the storyline for this one?
You can't see a lot of their names. Oh, that's so fucked up. Usually I'm the guy that has that problem. All right, Tetris. An enterprising game developer risked everything in a race to outmaneuver delicious insiders to negotiate a deal with the Soviet Union bureaucrats for the international licensing rights to what would eventually become one of the most recognizable and widely played game in history.
We got a question, dude. Have you ever played Tetris so much you can't, like, it's in your head and you can't get it out of your head? Like, in your head, all you see is just blocks falling down.
What?
I played a lot of Tetris, and so I put it so often that I would have like.
Yeah, you mean, have you ever early in the movie when Hank talks about when he sleeps, he can still see the Tetris pieces? In his
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is actually a real phenomenon called the Tetris effect. And yes, Chris, I have had the Tetris effect.
I had to stop playing it so I can get rid of it.
Have you played Tetris since you watched this movie?
Yes, actually, I have. On on the Switch, they got this thing called Tetris 99, where it puts you online. You play Tetris against everyone else, and if you're the last one standing, you're the winner. And so I've been playing a lot of Tetris. And, sometimes I switch to Dr. Mario, but it's always Tetris to me, and Tetris is amazing.
Da, 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 da. I like this
So-
one better. I like this one better because it's the original box.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that's the original box from Tetris. Anyway,
So did you have you had a Game Boy with Tetris on it?
Oh, dude, yeah, I did. I did. I was my mom. God bless her. Whatever year that was. I don't know if she was married to someone or not. I can't remember. But she. Well, I mean, she had a couple husbands before she
Yeah,
met my dad.
my mom has
Um,
like seven. Had 7 of them. So
Yeah. So, anyway, she worked hard to make sure I was one of the first. Like, I think I was like one of the first kids on the block in my trailer court growing up that had the Game Boy.
Nice,
And
nice.
to say that, because we lived in a trailer that sometimes didn't have power.
Yeah.
But
At least you had
I had a
batteries to play
Game Boy.
Tetris. Yeah.
I had a Game Boy, and this is before rechargeable batteries, I
Yeah, yeah.
think, too, because I went through so many batteries.
Yeah. Well, man, what did you think of this movie?
I love the fact that it became like it was an espionage movie. It
It was like a spy
wasn't.
thriller, right?
Yeah.
Like a spy thriller. It had a very 80s feel to it because, not in the 80s, every bad guy was Russian. So like all the bad guys in this are Russian, you know what I mean? And
Oh, we kind of went through this thing back then called the Cold War.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you remember that.
Yeah. So
It's kind of like how now all the bad guys are, have turbans on their head.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even tell you where they're from anymore. They just have turbans on their head.
You're,
And
you're
they're
like, oh, they're that.
yeah, I get it. Okay.
And that's
But
definitely
anyway.
not. It's definitely a bad thing that Hollywood does when they generalize people.
Yeah. Generalization of Hollywood has always been a problem.
Yeah. But this one was super fun, and of course, we can. A lot of the stuff in this probably didn't happen, but it doesn't make it not a good movie. It's a very fun movie.
Actually, there is a fact that I did not add to this
Mhm.
that there is certain scenes, yes, that they added for dramatic effect, like the
Mhm.
car chase.
Yeah.
I'll point that one out because this ain't really ruining the movie.
Yeah.
It's just there's a car chase that happens that didn't happen, but the original two guys, Hank Rogers and Alexi. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. Hank and Alexi.
Paginov.
Yeah. Those two actually said that the things that occurred in this movie actually did occur, like how they met, how they became friends, and a lot of how the government, the USSR government, was playing each other off of each other. Like there's a certain scene that shows that.
Oh,
And
it gets
that
tense,
actually
man.
did.
It's
Huh?
very tense in these parts of this movie. Like I was. This is a fun movie. This is not like a shitty movie at all.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that I was just like, we all know Tetris got made. We all know it.
Yeah.
But at some point in this movie, I forgot it got made. I was like, man, everyone's gonna die.
I want Tetris.
It's like, did wait a minute? Did the Russians put out Tetris? Like, was this the USSR that put it out? Did Tetris fund the Cold War? Like,
do you remember what the tagline for it was? From Russia with fun. Do you remember that?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
But Taron Egerton played Hank Rogers, and he was great as that. Everyone in this was acting was fantastic. Like right away, I was not at one point was I never like not buying their character. You know what I mean?
Right. And Taron Egerton played somebody that was stressed out really well. Like he came into this role like he wasn't trying to be, super fancy or anything like that. You could just really tell that it seemed like the whole movie he was really stressed. like the whole movie of Tetris is just like he felt like, because at first it was kind of like he just thought, oh, I'm on a normal business transaction, I'm doing a normal thing. And No, all of a sudden, it just became like he was like, "Oh shit, I think maybe I got a little over my head here. maybe, maybe, maybe I didn't realize exactly what I was getting into when I came to the Soviet Union."
This seems like like I said, a very 80s movie. Both the movies I feel like this week have like a very throwback feel to them, and that's not a slag on it at all. I mean, there are a lot of shitty 80s movies. There are lots of great ones too, and I get this sort of feeling that this one too, sort of like there's embellishment, but I was thrilled by this movie. I thought it was really fun. Like I had a good time watching it, and it could have been awful. It could have been boring as fuck, but they did the right things to this to make this go down pretty smooth. I thought.
Yeah, like it was one of those movies that you won't like watching it. You're not going to get mad at it, no matter
Mhm.
what.
Mhm.
At the end of the movie, everything it's like one of those movies that you go on this car chase of a ride with them. You see what's going on. It's 2 hours, and you go on this roller coaster with them.
Mhm.
And by any means, I don't remember a part in this movie where it was slow.
Yeah, I don't either. I was
Like
there
I was
was
watching a 2-hour movie, and it was a solid 2-hour movie.
yeah, where
There's
I was engaged the whole time. You
yeah,
know?
there's not a part in this movie where I looked up the clock and thought, "Oh shit, how much longer does this movie
Yeah,
got?"
I didn't look at my phone or anything like that. Like
No,
that's
like
that's the problem when it comes to movies at home. Like sometimes you're like, fuck when shit over and you're like, oh, I have a text message, let me check that out. But
yeah, and that's the thing. You don't want to be, if a movie is 2 hours long, you don't want to be like, "Hey, I why am I watching a 2-hour movie?"
yeah, yeah.
If you get to a 2-hour movie and you're like, "Oh shit, didn't even know this was a 2-hour movie," like that's when you know. That's when you
Yeah.
know you won.
And so yeah, guys, it's check out Tetris on Apple Plus, and after that, watch Ted Lasso or The Shrinking if you're so on
Yeah,
that
it,
app.
it like seriously, if you get Apple Plus, and I mean, I'm not an Apple fan whatsoever. I don't even own a MacBook. I don't own an
Yeah.
iPhone, nothing like that. So I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm not the guy to be sitting here like Apple. No, I
Yeah.
don't even know. But Apple Plus really does have a lot of good shows and movies on it, dude.
Dude,
And
Ted
I'm not trying
Lasso,
to blow up their
Shrinking,
horn or anything.
Severance is great. Severance is fantastic, and Tetris. Tetris is a great movie. And so I think you guys should. I think you guys should definitely check this out. And
Shrinking is great. I
oh,
can't believe
dude,
you don't like that as much as
no,
you do.
I just started watching it, and thank you for like turning me on to it.
Yeah.
Shrinking's great. Watch Severance if you can. Watch Severance. So,
Let's get some quotes and get a rating and move on.
all right.
All right, quotes from Tetris. So, Go didn't go as planned, did it? It's a combination of tetra, the Greek word for four, and the word tennis. This game isn't just addictive, it stays available. Partners make us great. That's why Mario has Luigi. Zelda has Link. That's why Mike Tyson has that guy, whoever he punches out and punches out. Yeah, Atari, and you now. Yeah, Atari. And you know how much we hate those motherfuckers. Sorry will not work in our court system. I don't have rights to receive money for my game. That's criminal. No, that's communism.
Mhm.
I'm basically Eddie Van Halen. Love that one. Life is hard. We deserve our little celebrations. Good ideas have no borders. You're a foreigner trying to buy Russian property. You guys are the kings of cliffhangers, I swear. I'm trying to build a life for us. We already have a life. Running your life was easy. Cross me again, and it will no longer exist. Once you let capitalists through the gates, they will never leave. No, it is not time for your American emotion. Is this because I called you a whore? And now is a good time for American Emotion.
All right, man. I'm on my score, and this is 3.9. It was fun. It was time to. I was into this.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. I'm gonna give it a 4. I thought it was really good. I really like the playmanship between Nikolai Efremov and Taron Egerton, like the Hank and Alexei. Miles played a great asshole, Dennis Jackson, and Toby was just right in that good spot where he always is, where he's just like a little weird, a little strange. Loved it.
So yeah, that's Tetris, guys. You go on Plus and watch it.
How about what the Rotten Tomato scores are?
I was about to get to that.
Uh,
I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What's the audience score for Tetris?
I believe the Rotten Tomato score of Tetris from the audience will be your mom.
How'd you know that?
No, I'm just kidding. It'll be.
Is she watching, by the way? She's not watching.
No, nobody. We had like up to 9 watchers at one point.
What's up, guys?
Jump off. They all jumped off.
Yeah.
Now we're down to 1. Anyway, so anyway, definitely gonna have to go with 87%.
90% from the audience.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So was the critics' consensus of Tetris on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to say 73.
82% certified fresh.
Really?
Yeah.
And the census is?
Critics' consensus is, while it's nowhere near as addictive or as fast-paced as the game, Tetris offers a fun, fizzy account of the story behind the 8-bit classic. So yeah, it's a fun movie. It pops.
Are you a fun movie?
I think so. I'd like to think that my life would make a fun. Actually, I might make a fun movie. Maybe. I don't know. Nothing yet. We still got time. So that's Tetris, guys. Check that out, Apple Plus. It's worth your time, in my opinion. I think Neil agrees. So 3.9 for me, 4 you, and then fuck whatever time it says, because it's you and I.
Fuck your mama. What?
I think it's time for news, pal. You ready for news?
News? What are you talking about? This is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I'm going to read stuff to Chris. He's going to like it, or I'm going to drive to Kansas City and kill him.
I mean, you can make it here, right? You'll be here in 4 hours, I think. So gives me time.
3 hours.
Oh, I forgot how you drive.
You forgot, Chris. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's start this up with some lightheartedness.
Mm-hmm.
So a movie that's came out yesterday is already projected to make $120 million this weekend, which is Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah.
It's already it's all good job. I heard what you did there. You did there.
I do agree, Mario.
So everybody in the entire world that made fun of Chris Pratt, he got them all back.
Yeah, apparently people really like his voice in this one. They think it works out.
Well, no. That's not how I got him all back, sir. That's not how I got him back. If you remember, 5 days ago was a little holiday we all like to call April Fool's Day.
Oh.
Chris Pratt went to Twitter and Instagram and posted a picture of Mickey Mouse saying that he was now cast as the voice. Proud to share that I will be the lead voice in the upcoming film adaptation of Disney's Mickey Mouse. Get ready for the hit big screens in 2025. And of course, people were livid.
And then they pay attention to their fucking calendar.
And it's just so funny. It's the internet, and you can just put a picture of a beer, and people be like, "That's not a beer."
So what I was like the first time I was like, fuck, man, everything I read today is gonna be, could be considered just bullshit. I'm not gonna read any news today. Didn't have a feeling about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, now let's move on. The Oscars seek to boost theaters with new rule for streaming films to be eligible for nominations. So
Cool.
if you remember, the old rule was you played your movie for 1 week in the theater, nominated.
What's the new rule?
I'm rereading it. I forgot.
I thought you were doing Bill Maher new rule.
I read it earlier and then I just
It's all
all right.
stuff, man.
Rather than outright snubbing films that stream, there is a new proposal from Academy CEO Bill Cram. The films now need to play in theaters in 15 or 20 of the top 50 markets in the U.S. to be eligible for nominations.
Okay, I'm down with that. I mean, you and I are big proponents of a theater watching experience, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So, hey, if you want the movie to be, I mean, come on, Knives Out, like, The Glass Onion. I saw that in the theater.
Yeah,
Did
you
see
and I
that one in
saw
the theater?
we saw Glass Onion in the theater. Both you and I did.
Yeah, we both saw it in the theater, and it was only out a week.
Yeah, we loved it. We fucking loved it.
I mean,
there's something about
Yeah.
being in a theater with a bunch of people you don't know and sort of having this communal experience with everyone enjoying a movie. But again,
Right.
I'm old. What the fuck do I know? What do I know?
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite movie series, is now getting a 5-day jump on the holiday season.
So when's it coming out?
Instead of coming out on Christmas, it will now come out December 20th. So it gets a 5-day. So then it can collect money before Christmas and then get the boost on Christmas, making it so it could be one of the week.
Are you excited for it?
Head of State, which is the new movie. Yeah, I mean, I like all comic book movies until I see them, and then I bitch about them, just like everybody else. On a movie called Head of the State, which we've already mentioned before with John Cena and Idris Elba on Prime Videos. Priyanka Chopra is Jonas joins the movie. Priyanka Jonas going. She was on she was on the what was that show? The Good Place. She was on the Good stuff, and so she will be jumping in that lineup with Idris Elba, and yeah. So hey, way to go for her! Woo woo.
Yeah, interesting. Fun.
Yay! It's freaking John Cena. I'm going to see it. Talking about Apple has a dark comedy coming out about confronting demons. The movie is going to be called Outcome, a dark comedy about a damaged Hollywood star confronting his inner demons, starring Jonah Hill.
Okay.
And Keanu Reeves.
I want to see that badly. Like that's something I want to see right now.
As soon as you say Reeves and Jonah Hill, like, is there anybody else in this damn movie? I don't even care. No, I don't even see anybody else.
Okay, so that's all I need, though. I don't need you to tell me who else is in this. I'm already in. Can you use it?
Yeah. So hey,
Hill?
I'm in. Yeah, got it. Person going through some shit. Hey, you know that guy Donald Glover? Remember him?
Of course I do. He's Childish Gambino now, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, no, that's his name.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he hasn't been around for like 5 years now. Let's be honest.
I mean, I love Donald Glover. I watched Atlanta big time. Atlanta ended just last season.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor, bro. I'm just saying What has he done lately?
Atlanta.
Oh,
And Swarm.
he's got a show. Okay, that's why I don't see him anywhere. Well, he has 100% signed on for the Community movie.
Yes, I know it, dude. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that fucking movie. I'm a big fan of Community. You should be too, right? You watch Community, right?
I'll go watch Community soon. You know what? I'll put that as my next background show to
It's
watch.
great, dude. It's great.
All
You'll
right?
love it. You'll love it.
I actually need a background show. I just finished. What did I just finish? Well, I just finished Picard. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I got. We gotta start watching Ted Lasso. By the way, I finally got. We gotta start watching Ted Lasso.
Oh, dude, can't wait. Did you get to the end where he dies?
Yeah, no, we're just about to start the sixth season today. So I've seen it all though.
Donald Glover is also in talks to return as one of his famous roles.
Okay.
Lando Calrissian.
Okay. I mean, would it be like a Disney Plus show or something?
I don't know, but who cares? I'm down. Marana Baccarin is back as Vanessa and Derry. We all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dan Aykroyd has been trying forever to get Jim Belushi to try to do a Blues Brother movie. If you don't know, Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd does tour the United States as the Blues Brothers. They were here in Tulsa one time. It was they did a show, and then on top of that, they did a what else? They did Jim Belushi had a weed company. He has a weed company. Dan Aykroyd has a vodka company. I think it's vodka.
Yeah, he does vodka.
Crystal Skull. The Crystal Skull vodka is Dan Aykroyd. So why not, guys? Come on. Why not? Just try it. Give us
Jim
one
Belushi
more.
has a weed company in Tulsa? Or just a weed company
He has
in
a
general?
weed company everywhere.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Chloe Zhao
Chloe Zhao
is going to be directing a gripping tale about William Shakespeare's wife, Angus.
Okay.
Eternals and No Man Land director Chloe Zhao is circling Hamnet, an adaptation of Maggie O'Farrell's novel about Shakespeare's wife.
Well, she is a Oscar-winning director, so it might have something to it, you know. Like,
yeah, may the force be with you.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Ballerina, the John Wick spinoff,
Yeah,
coming to theaters as of now. It's for June 7th, 2024.
I'm glad that's next year, not 2025. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, no, that's a long time to wait.
Yeah.
Legacy, Superman Legacy will have quite a different tone than the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, says James Gunn. He goes,
You're very happy to hear about that.
Yeah. I'm very happy hearing that. I learned so much from making these movies, but it's not like Superman is going to have exactly the same vibe as a Guardians movie. It's actually quite different. I think there's a such thing as a superhero fatigue. I get fatigued by most spectacle films, but the grind of not having an emotional grounded story doesn't have anything to do with whether the superhero movies or not. If you don't have a story at the base of it, just watching things bash each other, no matter how clever those bashing moments are, no matter how clever the designs and the special effects are, it gets fatiguing, and I think that's very, very real.
So yeah, I know you're excited for Superman Legacy now. You were afraid that he was gonna make it all super funny and goofy, like he did for Guardians and Suicide Squad.
So let's see what he goes with there. So, what does Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Ana de Armas, and Adam Driver all have in common?
What's that?
They've all been cast in Heat 2.
Oh, okay. Whoa, so I know so No, Bobby D's in it. Bobby De Niro's in this one.
And Adam Driver.
I'm into that, dude. I'm into that. He too. I mean,
I'll see it all day long.
He's one of the best heist films of all time. So let's do it.
Moana.
Moana or Mohana?
Yeah. Moana? Is it Moana?
Moana. Just Moana. Not Mohana.
Yeah.
Moana.
Yeah, the Disney animated movie about the girl. All that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
about bringing this Mani spirit, the magic of the original. Okay, cool. Dwayne Johnson has announced that a live-action reimagining of Disney's animated classic will happen.
I don't
know why it's a classic. It's been out like 3 years. Can you call it a classic?
I mean, it's a good movie, but I don't think it needs a live action at all. At all.
I don't either. I don't think any of these do. I think Disney's just like, hey, we got to write off taxes somehow.
And soon they'll start doing a Zootopia remake, like live action.
Talking about live action, Disney's live action Lilo and Stitch remake reportedly found its Lilo, and a girl named Mai Kaya Lahoa will reportedly play the live action. She's not an actress. She's been cast. She's just really cute, and I hope it all works out for her. All right. Chris, there's going to be a third movie in a series of 2 that I know you've been looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The third movie in the franchise is due to start filming this July. The one, the only, Paddington the Bear. Yeah. I know you've been waiting for that.
I have a confession.
Yeah,
I
you've never seen any of them?
No, but I've been trying to get to release. Like, I don't want to watch that right now. I'm like, well, fuck. But
yeah, I haven't seen.
I'm gonna watch probably both of them tonight because I'm really excited about Paddington. And if the one thing I've learned, Paddington 2 is probably I've heard the best movie of all time. So. You there,
So Fantastic Four gets a new writer added on, and Josh Friedman. If you don't know who Josh Friedman is, he is the co-writer of all the Avatar movies.
Oh, okay, great.
I mean, Fantastic Four's in blue, Avatar's blue, people. Hey,
yeah, okay.
Maybe it'll work. Clint Eastwood has reportedly is going to be directing the movie Juror Number 2 as his final movie.
It should have ended before Cry Macho, but whatever. Me, it's good. Juror Number 2.
It's a juror on a murder trial who realizes that he may have caused the victim's death and must grapple the dilemma of whether to manipulate the jury to save himself or reveal the truth and turn himself in.
Just so you know, hack your face is curved by the microphone right now.
Jason Momoa's Minecraft movie is going to be released in 25, April 4th of 2025. So Minecraft movie. I know you'd be happy about that.
I've never played Minecraft.
Play a lot of Minecraft.
I don't play any Minecraft. I've never played it once.
Saved by the Bells reboot. Josie Tota is joining the Faces of Death remake.
No, we don't need to remake that, do they?
I have no idea. Like, I'm interested. Like, it just explains what Faces of Death is. Which, if you don't know, folks, it was a movie that we all rented at the damn. And there's other people in it too. Like a girl from Euphoria, a guy from.
To me, it's like a movie about how those movies got made, because they're awful movies.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Very little has been revealed happening in the new Faces of Death. The original was, a bunch of death scenes and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but okay. We'll watch it.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion has joined an Adam Sandler movie at Netflix. That's all the information we get on that. Netflix Transgender Film Center launched Career Development Lab for trans and non-binary filmmakers. This is a 12-week career accelerator fellowship. Will support 8 creators in film and TV with developing the skills and understanding to navigate their careers in entertainment through workshop, site visits, and a $10,000 grant.
That's
fucking
pretty cool. I
A.
like that. Yeah.
Way to go. Way to go, Netflix. Way to go. Get over all these dumb haters and their dumb shooting beer can thing. And I don't know what the hell's going on in the world right now. I don't. All right, here's the last two. And I saved these just for you. And these are from the week. And I knew these are going to make you like, you might have to turn the video camera off and go behind that curtain for a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Just finish myself off. Yeah, just rip one out real quick.
Legendary has bought the rights, and there's going to be a TV show. There's going to be movies, all the above to this. Capcom's Street Fighter has been purchased by Legendary, the film entertainment.
They might actually make this good now. So
yes. With Street Fighter 6 hitting consoles in June 2nd, this is the greatest time. Street Fighter franchise that the relaunch is not the first. I don't want to read all that shit. I know there's one part in here I read it and I was just like, oh shit, they got some shit coming. But they are going to put out a film, TV series, and cartoons to the masses. So they're going all in. Hopefully they do it justice.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard. I mean, we'll see.
So, there's this one time we had a conversation. And do you know what Gus from Breaking Bad and Kevin Bacon and I'm going to say her name wrong. Halsey all have in common?
They're going to be in the new Ty West film Vaccine, the sequel to
You are correct, sir. You go the one, the only Kevin Bacon, Gus, and a slew of couple other people are going to be joining. So now your independent movie is no longer an independent movie.
It's got all these giant stars in it.
Movie when Kevin Bacon jumps on that set.
Yeah, and Giancarlo Esposito and dude, I gotta be honest, I can't fucking wait.
I can't wait.
I hope Kevin Bacon's a porn director and he says the horrible things the porn directors say. I hope Giancarlo Esposito is a porn director, does the horrible things the porn directors say. I can't wait for
Or they're gay porn together. Whoa. Or they're gay porn together.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, see, you didn't even think about that way, did you? I did. I don't know why. I did. All right, but that is the news, Chris. I got it done for you. Let's get her going. That was the Movies Don't Suck and some of them news. I read a bunch of stuff. Chris got happy, then he got naked, and now I can't. Chris, come back. Come back, Chris.
Speaking of come back, I really got to pee. I don't want to have to do that during Dungeons and Dragons.
No, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and go pee. There's nobody on right now, so you should be fine. If you don't know, Chris is taking a pee right now. He's having a good time taking a pee, holding his junk, playing with it, doing all the wonderful things that Chris does when he's peeing. Hooked on a feeling that I'm feeling. You're loving free. You can love like candy. She like fun to show. Feel like I've been reeling for another cup of wine. Going down like you, girl. Do 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 do. Just another kind of wine. Oh, Chris, where you at, Chris? You ever? Oh, Chris.
I'm back, pal. I'm back.
You ever heard of social distortion?
Yeah, I know social DI.
You like them at all?
They're okay. Not a favorite punk
Looks
band.
like I'll probably be working their show.
And they're fun.
They're coming to Canes.
Oh, Canes is gotta be. Yeah, Mike Ness is a legendary punk musician, dude. Social DI. You
I
ready?
don't know why this guy. Why would you arrest a man for putting farts in a jar? This makes no sense.
I'm sorry, pal. I didn't know that upset you so much. You know what we were talking about, right? We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, written by John Francis Daly and Spider-Man. John Francis Daly is Rory Parker, Jonathan Goldstein. They wrote things like Spider-Man: Homecoming, Vacation. They've done a lot of stuff together. There, do you remember John Francis Daly? He was in the Freaks and Geeks, the little kid. He was the main character. Oh, this. It's also this is written and directed by them. This stars Chris Pine as Edgin.
I'll forgive you, Darwin.
It also stars Michelle Rodriguez as Holga.
If you die, I die.
Reggie Jean Page is Zinc.
Those attractions, certainly.
Also, Justice Simon is Smith. Justin Smith is Simon. You remember him from Justin Simon Smith was in Sharper. He was one of the main characters in that. Sophia Lillis plays Doric. Hugh Grant plays the evil Forge.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to drag you from your delicious desserts.
Also, Chloe Coleman is Kira. Daisy Head is Sophina. Will Overrun is Tobias. Brian Larkin is Chancellor Norcus. I can keep going on and on, but why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Two guys sit at a table, one with a 20-sided, the other one with a 30. No, I'm sorry. Let me get to it. All right, let's see. Right here. Dude, really?
You want to find a better one?
A charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong person. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, it's a little bit more involved than that, but that's I mean, I guess basically the cop plot, right? Like,
sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. It's definitely more involved, but this is the rare Dungeons and Dragons movie that gets it right.
What, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a fun
You know what?
movie.
You know what? Just because you said that, I just realized the picture I have is like of a pub of people
It's like
having
a
fun,
Red Dragon Inn or something.
of like very like what you think of when you're playing your first round of D&D, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's make it real. Let's make it real. Let's not do the fantasy part of it.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
I clicked it like 5 minutes ago, bro. There's nothing I can do. What? There we go.
Yeah.
No.
That's not that
Nobody I know has a castle. Nobody has a castle that I know. We all play with just paper and pen. There we go. A bunch of 40-year-olds drinking beer, writing paperwork. Yeah. No
Where's the
castles
Flames in Mountain
involved.
Dew?
We don't have no castles.
So
I know,
I
right?
mean,
The Funyuns
yeah.
and the Mountain Dew. But
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought this was a fun movie. I didn't think it was necessarily a Dungeons and Dragons movie, but it was a fun fantasy movie.
really?
I mean, I see the
Have
I
you
just
ever
see like
read a
you know
Dungeons and Dragons fucking story?
I
Have you ever
have
read
it's
a
just
Dragons?
I
Have you
have
ever
just
played Dungeons and Dragons?
of course I've played Dungeons and Dragons, dude. I've been
All
playing.
right, Chris.
I'm in two campaigns right now.
Cult of the Dragon. Earlier on the film, Tree says,
Mm.
says D&D fans will definitely know that the Cult of the
Yeah,
Dragon is a cult. Is in the 5th
yeah,
version of D&D. Let's go to
yeah,
Bag of
5e.
Holding, which kings off right off the back
Oh
of the
yeah,
back of them. Eliminus. The
there are
Eliminus
sounding
is one
stones
of the
in
main
this. Yeah,
one of the bad guys. Yeah, okay. Do you want me to keep going, bro?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
The
you're
Green
right.
Flame Blade, the Thunder
Okay.
Chad, the battle maps, the Eye of the Beholder. What was the
Tablet of Awakening.
Medallion of Invincibility? Characters leveling up through the game, through the movie.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
literally
that I
see
did have.
people leveling up through the movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. You're right.
the bad guy, not the bad guy, but the good guy that helps him out is based on a NPC, a non-playable
Yeah,
character, which is usually known as Drizzt the Dark Elf in the D&D
yeah.
world, that has been around since 1987. He helps you off if you don't know how to write a story. It's one of the first stories. Jesus Christ, I thought you played D&D, dude.
I did play DD. I'm in two campaigns right now. I've never been a DM though, but that doesn't mean that this movie's not
See
fun.
this right here? See this map?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see
Half
the
of
map.
this northern region up by the Panic Fest part on our screen right now
Yeah.
is where this movie takes place.
Okay.
Do you know what that map is, Chris? What's that map, Chris?
What is that map? Tell me.
That's the map that comes with D&D.
Yeah. All right.
like literally, they tried really hard to get a lot of information there.
And what do you
In
think?
fact, one of my
Do you think they did a good job of pushing in there? Do you think they did a good job? They did a
Yeah,
good
because
job
I don't think
already.
they didn't do too much. They didn't do too much comedy, which I
Mhm.
was very happy with. I was
It was
happy
still
they
very
didn't
funny.
overdo the
Still
comedy.
very funny.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
still
funny.
very funny, but I think that was just the fact that
Chris Pine's amazing.
Chris Pine's in it, and that was just kind of his humor,
Mhm.
which is great because he was what was Chris Pine? What was Chris Pine in the movie?
He was the bard.
He was a bard.
Right.
And what do bards do?
They play music.
They make you laugh
Yeah.
and they entertain.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think they did a really, really good job in bringing the horror or the feeling of D&D alive, which a lot of the other, I mean, they even made it feel like it's a group of people figuring out what's happening next.
So I thought it was really fun. My wife wished that there has interstitials of people throwing dice and like coming to the game, and then like the game would come alive. That's what they did. But I really liked the way you went with it. It was a really fun movie, and like for people who don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, they can still appreciate this movie as much as we did. I think.
Yeah. And another thing that's really cool about this movie too was the fact that it was just like there was so many what I like D&D wise or whatever
Mhm.
was the fact that it went from like that the movie was like they would talk about like quests they've done before.
Yeah.
Oh, before you came along, we did this quest once that was like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And it was just like that just made me happy. And then one of the happiest points, I'm not going to say when and where, but all of the 1980s Dungeons and Dragon cartoon characters make an appearance. I'm not going to say when and where. I'm not going to give you that kind of spoiler. But I mean, they had paladins, they had the hanging cities of Duoblin and Duyan, which is part of Dungeons and Dragons lore. I mean, they had the staff and the infiltration of circles. I mean, that's all circles. They literally, the Red Dragon, the SDMR. I mean, they literally. Are you rolling dice during the game?
That's
What
my
are you
D&D
doing,
dice.
bro?
That's my D&D dice. I was showing off. Sorry.
Well, we all got D&D dice that know each other. The mimic chest, like little Latinus cubes.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, there was just so many things from D&D. If you are a huge D&D fan,
Yeah,
you're gonna go
I
into
know
this
this
movie
stuff.
and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I know that, I know that, I know that." It's like being a comic book movie at a comic book, going to a Marvel movie these days, where you can point out things in the corner and stuff like that, and
There's
that's
stuff all
great.
throughout
They
this movie
did
that
make this.
there's stuff throughout this movie, like
Go ahead.
little details. There's stuff like little details throughout the movie that you'll be able to pick out just in every sort of scene. Like they go through a scene, you'll be able to pick out something in the other thing. Like you're mentioning the thing of the rust monsters. I saw that. There are also birds that are D&D like native they're fighting over. So it's a really fun
Yeah.
thing.
As soon
Yeah.
as I saw the birds, I was like, "Oh yeah!" And like
Yeah.
the theater all turned and looked at me, and I was like, because
Yeah.
I realized I wasn't in the theater with the people that played that game.
You said it
Like
was a full
it was
theater though, right?
I mean, it was like Tuesday at 2,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be full ever at that point. But it was I'd say at least 20 people,
Okay.
which it's Tulsa. We don't
Yeah.
even have 1 million people here, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, that's pretty good.
Yeah. My theater was pretty full on a Tuesday, but that's because Tuesday is like half off for like movies. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I like this, and they don't even need to bring this group back.
No, they can do it.
As long as they make it feel the same moving along, you
Mhm.
can just do, D&D, Warrior's Age, or D&D, like you can go base all this. You can make this a whole freaking thing,
Oh yeah.
as long as you make it a good story.
Yeah, and
And
that's important. I think that they did a good job when it comes to D&D and and having that. Well, it's fun for one. I think
Mhm.
it's super fun. That's the thing I wanted most out of this movie was to have a good time while watching it. And it was 2 hours and 14 minutes. It doesn't feel like it, And I was into it the whole time. And they make all the characters super likable in some way.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, like when the Chris Pine character, Sophia Lois as Doric, Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Pine played off each other perfectly.
They're great.
And then Reg Jean Paul, X Eknock, I don't know how to pronounce that. Justice Smith, his character, even Hugh Grant's character, like right when everybody came in, everybody played off of each other really well. I loved it. Daisy Head, she played a scary witch sorcerer
Yeah,
thing
she's creepy.
that
Right?
I was like, "Oh God, that's gonna be in my nightmares tonight."
One of the things that I do want to say about this movie is that it had heart. And you and I talking about how much I love heart. I cried like once or twice in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those movies that if you're following it and you're going with it,
Yeah.
it's on a journey. And I don't think it was that long of a movie. I remember, it's 2 hours and 14 minutes. There is a mid-credit scene, I guess.
Yeah,
would be the best
mid-credit
way to
scene.
say
So
it.
stay for that.
Mid-credit
That's
scene.
pretty fun.
Yeah,
That's really
it's
fun.
pretty funny. Pretty fun. But man, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would see it again. I will see it again when it comes out. I know I
Oh
will.
yeah, I definitely will see it again before the sequel comes out. And
I
there's gotta
watched
be a
the
sequel.
one from 2 decades ago, and I watched this right after, just so I can still remember how bad that one from 2 decades ago fucking killed me. All right,
Yeah.
let's do some quotes and get the hell on out of here.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to do this without fingers. I think I'm making mittens. Yeah, I'm making mittens. You might be surprised. I was not always a thief. What's wrong with my lips? They're too big for like your face.
I've heard that before.
You had years to poison her against me. We are going to need a team. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
D&D. Anyway, yes, a deer. They can blend with all the other deer in the castle. Yes, a deer. So you can blend with all the other deer in the castle. There we go. That's how the line's read. What the hell is that? It's an owl bear. Duh.
Of course, I'm glad that showed up in there. By the way, so it's got to be Albert. Yeah, show up in D&D.
It's an owl bear. It's like, there's so many times I laughed at this movie. I was just so excited because I saw things and I knew what they are, and nobody in the theater got it but me. Everybody still had a good time. Everybody still had a good time, but we are very different. I like to be out and about, and he likes to be, in a vegetative state. Just paint it with magic.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't like you got something to help us, right? Playing D&D, I'm like,
you roll a 20.
Yeah.
When you left, I lost my family. I was fortunate enough to find another. What's 2 + 2? I don't know. I'm bad at math. I find irony a blade that cuts who welds it. I like that line.
Yeah, I do too.
Can't you just magic us across? When they say stuff like that, that reminds me of like working, actually playing D&D. Like someone's just like, "Oh, well, we can't get over there. Can't you just do some magic?"
You and I, we also played a system called Fate, which was its pluses and minuses.
Yeah,
but there was all kinds of that shit in this. Yeah.
Can't read any of those. Can't read any of that.
Are you trying to get away plot points, or just can't read it?
What? No, I literally can't read them. I mean, again, dark theater. What you looking at? A Harper coming up from a slumber. I've never seen a bigger coward. Me? You're under here too. I'm the champion of failures. I lost everything that ever meant to me, and it was all my fault. Oh, I'm the champion of all failures. I lost everything that meant anything ever to me, and it was all my fault. You're at your strongest when you think you're at your weakest. So you die a fool or live. Don't know what I wrote. All right, cool. You think you can tell the difference between a 300-year-old wizard and your daughter? Let's see. Now, as you die, rest assured it will be for real. I took a look inside and asked myself, what's going on in there? That's it.
All right, Neil, what's your score for Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves?
You know what? I'm going to give it a 4.2, and this is the reason why. Before you jump on it like a bitch. Because you already made some bad things.
No, I like this movie.
Whatever the fuck you did. Anyway, so the reason why is because it didn't overuse, but it did use everything from the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So, yes, of course, they could have done exactly what you said earlier. We had like a group of guys, and each one of them kind of like they could have done like a Jumanji kick.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that. Where an individual's playing that character and stuff. But to be honest, I'm glad I don't see Neckbeard 1 and Neckbeard 2. Nothing against your neckbeard, Chris. Nothing against your neckbeard.
I don't have a neckbeard.
You got a neck? What is that? That's your neck.
But there's no hair there.
Anyway, but I really thought they did a great job pulling it off. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
As when it got to the point where I'm not I'm not an advanced D&D player. I've played D&D since 5th grade, 4th grade, but I'm not advanced. I never hardcore read the books. I think I tried DMing once, which was
It's
like
hard,
the
man.
biggest headache
It's
in my
it's
life.
hard. It's
Yeah.
fun.
But I've played it my entire life. And for me to be able to catch things that they were doing, that's fucking amazing. That's for me, a guy who knows at least enough about D&D by playing D&D to see what they were making reference to and stuff like that. And to be honest, you could tell because again, in a theater full of people that I'm pretty sure never played D&D. They were laughing, having a good time. I think it's just a good fantasy movie. You can just chalk this up with one of those good fantasy movies.
My score on this a little bit lower. It's a 4.1. So just 1 point difference. I had a blast watching this movie. That's what you go in. You go in, you want to have a good time. That's why you play D&D. You want to have a good time. And it had enough references to keep the D&D fans happy, like those hardcore ones, and enough to keep fans who move people who never even played picked up a 20-sided dice to understand and play and watch and enjoy. And that's what you need when you put a movie out like this. I'm sure there are some people out there that may think that it should have been more niche, but I disagree. I liked I thought this was funny. Thought it was fun. I thought it was heartfelt. I thought it was action packed, and it was a good fantasy movie just by itself. So I'm glad 4.1 out of this one. I can't wait to see the sequel.
I can't wait. I want them to do a bunch of them. I want all of them naked in my mouth.
So you know where I am, right? I'm on the Red Red
You're in
Tomatoes.com.
Kansas City, Overland Park. You want me to get the address?
No, I'm in Shawnee, but close. But I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
I got my 12-sided dice and I'm ready to roll with the Wizard crew. My friends are coming over to my mom's base and Funyuns in the Mountain Dew.
You get the
I've got a big broadsword made out of cardboard and the stereo's pumping Zeppelin. It's time of the night we turn on the black light. Let the Dungeons and Dragons begin.
Yeah.
It's D&D fighting with the legends of yore. It's D&D. Never really kissed a lady before. Anyway,
what's the audience score for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
They got to get an 83. It has to be at least an 83.
It's a 94%. 94.
Holy shit, balls! I mean, with the Christians out there, I thought they would all be like, it's worshiping Satan. Remember Tom Hanks played in a movie where everybody gets possessed by D&D? Anyway.
Audience says, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves entertainingly blends action, fantasy, and comedy, all while respecting the source material. Now, what is the Big Bang Mean Critics score of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
86.
90%. Certified fresh.
Holy fuck! Make all the money. Make all the money. Dungeons and Dragons.
Critics' consensus is an infectiously good-spirited comedy with a solid emotional core. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves offers fun fantasy and adventure. Either you don't know your HP from your OP. So, I like this. This is a fun movie.
Makes me happy in the buttocks.
I think that's the two movies we did. They're both really good.
That's 2 movies about games that we played like a motherfucker because we are just that good. Like,
so next week we are doing Super Mario Brothers and a different one. I don't know what we're doing, and then we'll also be putting out lots of content on Panic Fest. That will be all before me.
Guys, get ready for it. If you download our thing and you already know how much we cover the Panic Fest, we are going to be covering the fuck out of the Panic Fest so much. Our wives are going to hate us.
Oh yeah.
I've pre-ordered my wife several times now. I'm like, look, honey, it's Panic Fest week, right after WrestleMania week. So one, she already had to put up with me watching like a shit ton of wrestling, and I mean a ton of wrestling. Chris, remember what I did last? Maybe that's why I couldn't sleep either. Remember what I did last year at this time?
Yeah. You were
I
out
was
of
in
town.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
for a whole week watching like 16 or 17 different wrestling shows over 60. I added about somewhere around 68 to 70 plus hours of wrestling.
Yeah, and now it's me watching, hours and hours of horror movies. So
yeah, I'd be up there watching them with you if you invited me, but you didn't. Anyway,
I invited you.
No,
I told you exactly what it was.
I know, but I couldn't do I couldn't pay for everything. I just there's no way. I'm not that rich.
I didn't pay for it either.
Huh?
Yeah,
but I don't have free tickets like you do because they only give you passes, not me.
The one pass.
Yeah, you'd think I would be the guy that gives a pass.
I asked them to, but they only
don't like me, Chris. They just don't like me. And you got to tell these motherfuckers, hey, look, it's cool that you give me a pass, but the second guy, he's the one that actually works in media for a real living. For a living, Chris. Like literally. I am in charge of social media for radio stations that have over 2 million followers.
We'll figure it out next year, I promise.
If not, I mean, can we do an interview with the guy that started Panic Fest?
We did last year.
I know, let's do it again.
You want to talk to Tim again? And you'll be like, hey, what's the
deal?
deal?
I'm so gonna bust his balls if we do. I'm gonna bust him. I'm gonna kick him right in the balls.
I don't think Tim wants to come on after hearing that.
I'm not gonna kick him in the balls, dude. Come on, dude. I'm not that much of a dick. I mean, we don't have that much power yet in this world.
not yet. Maybe one day. Right?
I just want to get to the level of my life where I have fuck you money. That's all. That's all I want.
You want to be like, oh yeah, we're paying for your plane ticket to cons, so you and I can go talk shit on movies.
Yeah, no. I want to be Howard Stern. And I don't mean like the point that I want to have like all the crazy lesbians making out on my freaking radio show. I just want to be, because Howard Stern's now at that level. They don't give a shit.
Yeah,
he has no fucks given.
Oh, you won't be able to do that. You won't be like, yeah, I'm still making money and seeing if I could choose you. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, you get it?
Yeah,
you get it?
Would you want to be next door neighbors?
Me and you next door neighbors?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can connect our fences together.
Yeah.
And then we can put like a house in the backyard.
Yeah.
Where we put like that'll be our recording studio.
Yeah. We'll have a guest house. That'll be our recording studio.
Yeah, I'm down with this all day long.
Yeah, what we do is we actually put it like halfway into your backyard and halfway into mine, so we can just.
I just realized our graphic is still the guys playing. I just looked at it. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
You can find Solid Movies on. You can find Solid Movies on Suck.net. We're on Facebook at Facebook.com/Movies on Suck Podcast. We're on Twitter NTS Podcast or Instagram NTS Pod. You can go to Patreon.com, search the last Movies on Suck. You guys want shirts like the one Neil's wearing? Go to Bonfire.com, search Movies on Suck and some new. You guys want old fashioned email? Go ahead and send us an email at moviesonsuckpodcast@gmail.com or info@moviesonsuck.net. If you guys watching YouTube, subscribe, watch Facebook at that page, and anywhere you find podcasts, you find movies that don't suck and some that do. Neil, what do you do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, we're going to help you out. We're going to make sure that you get your recognition out there. Send us some information. Send it to us anywhere that you heard Chris just mention. Facebook, on whatever, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. We'll be more than happy to advertise your business, your friend's business, your mom's business, your Aunt Carol's business, even though you don't like her that much. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
Remember, guys, no matter how hard you try in life, remember, everybody likes to play games. Even if the paladin doesn't get your bard, you're going to make it up in the day because the warrior's always going to get the axe. Have a good night. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate us. You guys popping in and out. Remember, the chat is available the entire time. So at any time you want to jump in, if you agree, disagree with anything that you say, awesome. Just let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you guys later.
Have a good time. And Panic Fest all come.